Are you wondering what are the best suburbs in the Raleigh area are? Today we're going to go over the top 10 suburbs in the Raleigh and Triangle area. Stick around to hear which suburb was voted number one. I'm Nicholas Newcomer, your favorite North Carolina realtor of all time. Help people buy, sell, and invest in the great state. If you are considering moving to the Triangle area of North Carolina, one of these cities may be a great fit for you. This list came from niche.com. I will link it in the description below. They give some valuable information for any city and town you may be looking into, like schools, crime, nightlife, and housing. Let's get started with the number 10 city on the list, which is Hillsborough, North Carolina. Hillsborough is a suburb of Durham, North Carolina, has a population of around 7,162 people. It will take you about 20 minutes to drive to Durham and 35 minutes to drive to Raleigh. Hillsborough gets an overall ranking of an A. Public schools gets an A-, crime and safety gets a B-, and housing gets a B. The average home price in Hillsborough is $381,500. The median rent is around $979. The median household income is around $65,591. Downtown Hillsborough has some nice little boutique shops and one of my favorite barbecue restaurants called Hillsborough Barbecue Company. If you like barbecue and you are in the area, this is a must try. If shopping is your thing, next door to Hillsborough is a Tanger Outlet Shopping Center in Mebane. It's about a 15-minute drive. They have shops like Nike, Rackroom Shoes, Tommy Hilfiger, anything you can think of is over there. Hillsborough also ranks 18th in North Carolina for best suburbs for young professionals, 22nd for most diverse suburbs in North Carolina, and 25th for best suburbs to live in North Carolina. Next up at number 9 came in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Wake Forest is a suburb of Raleigh, North Carolina. Wake Forest came in at an overall ranking of an A+. Niche.com also gave it rankings for an A for public schools, B- for crime and safety, and B+ for housing. Wake Forest also ranked number 6 in best place to buy a house in Raleigh. Wake Forest also has a population of around 44,000. It will take you around 35 minutes to get to downtown Raleigh, about 40 minutes to go to Durham, and 51 minutes to go to Chapel Hill. The median house price in Wake Forest is around $580,000, and the rent in Wake Forest is currently around $1,190, which is a little above the national average. The median household income is around $100,162, which is well above the national average. Wake Forest ranks 16th for best suburb to live in North Carolina and best suburb to raise a family in North Carolina. It also ranks 19th for best suburb for young professionals. Here you can see the top rated public schools and top rated private schools in Wake Forest. The town of Wake Forest has different community events throughout the year. They have something almost every weekend, so you should be able to find something to do on the weekends. Now on to number 8, a small suburb of Raleigh called Rolesville, North Carolina. Rolesville has a population of around 8,000 people, so it's definitely smaller than Wake Forest, but a tad bigger than Hillsborough. Rolesville received an overall ranking of an A+. They also received an A- for public schools and housing. They received an A- for crime and safety. Rolesville came in number 4th best place to buy a house in the Raleigh area. The median home price in Rolesville is around $615,000, and the median rent is around $826. I expect the rent to be a lot higher than what it is listed on niche.com. The median household income is around $127,000, which is almost double the national average. Rolesville is going to be more rural and have the country feel to it and not the big city living. If you're wanting to drive into Raleigh, it will take about 30 minutes, and to get to Durham, it will take about 45 minutes. Rolesville also ranked number 12 for best suburbs to raise a family in North Carolina, 13th for best suburb to live in North Carolina, 16th for best suburb to buy a house in North Carolina. Here are the top rated public schools and private schools in Rolesville. If you like to scuba dive, you can visit Fantasy Lake Scuba Park, which is an astounding 50-acre, 1 billion gallon quarry, which in recent years have become a scuba diving park. Some of the local favorite places to eat is Off the Hook Seafood Restaurant, Rosalian's Pizza and Subs. For family fun, in August through October, the town has a free admission movies on a huge outdoor screen. Next up at number 7 is Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh was voted number 17th best city to live in America. Raleigh has a population of almost 400 470,000. Raleigh is situated in Wake County and offers residents an urban and a suburban mix. Even though most people think of Raleigh as a big city, in which it is, but you can also get into the countryside of Raleigh also. Niche.com gave Raleigh an overall ranking of A+, also received an A for public schools, a B for housing, and a C+ for crime and safety. Also ranked 16th for best cities to buy a house in America, 17th for best cities to live in America, and 18th for best cities to raise a family. The median household income is close to $70,000. The median house for Raleigh right now is around $391,000, and the median rent is around $1,175. The rent may be a little higher depending on where in Raleigh you are located. The rent is definitely higher than the national average. Wake County Schools has a lot more cluster of A-ranked schools than some of the neighboring counties. Here are some of the top public and private schools in Raleigh. Raleigh has many things to do if you enjoy getting outdoors. Pullen Park may be a great spot for you. Pullen Park sits nestled between downtown Raleigh and the campus of North Carolina State University. Among the world's oldest amusement parks, Pullen is known for terrific recreational opportunities, especially for kids and families. The park includes an operating carousel built in 1911, a miniature train you can ride throughout the park, pedal boats to move around the lake on, Lake Howell plus tennis courts, baseball and softball fields, an art center, and an innovative performing arts venue. I have done a whole video on the pros and cons of Raleigh, North Carolina. I will link it in the description below. That will go over all the ins and outs of Raleigh, North Carolina. The sixth favorite city is Holly Springs, North Carolina. Holly Springs is a suburb of Raleigh, North Carolina, and was voted number 6 best place to live in the whole Raleigh area. Holly Springs has a population of around 36,500, and the median household income is around $110,750. Holly Springs received an overall ranking of an A+. Holly Springs also received an A for public schools, a B- for crime and safety, and an A- for housing. The median home price in Holly Springs is around $640,655. Holly Springs home prices are more expensive than most of the Triangle area. The median rent is around $1,489, which is way above the national average. Holly Springs also ranked number 9 in best suburb to live in North Carolina, number 10 in best suburb to raise a family in North Carolina, and 14th for suburbs with best public schools in North Carolina. Here are some of Holly Springs' top-rated public and private schools. Here are some reviews that show how people love Holly Springs, from the parks and greenways all the way to the employment opportunities to grow in their career. Most people love to visit Bass Lake Park. The locals tend to call this a hidden gem in Holly Springs. The lake has a nature center with different animal exhibits, trails to go walking on, and of course they offer fishing. Next up we have Carrboro, North Carolina. Carrboro comes in number 5 on our list. It is a suburb of Durham, North Carolina. Carrboro came in 6th for best suburb to live in North Carolina. Carrboro received an overall ranking of an A+. Carrboro also received an A+ for public schools, C+ for crime and safety, and also a C+ for housing. Carrboro has a population of around 21,200 people. Carrboro offers a mix of urban and suburban feel to it. The median household income is around $67,500, which comes in right along the national average. The median home price in Carrboro is around $267,750, which, comparing Carrboro to the rest of the Triangle MLS, it comes in close to $130,000 cheaper than most places in the Triangle. The median rent is around $1,150. Carrboro ranked number 1 for best places with public schools in North Carolina, and ranked number 1 for best suburbs for young professionals in North Carolina. Here are some of the top performing public and private schools in Carrboro, North Carolina. Here are some of the crime stats also. Niche.com shows the violent and property crimes and also gives you the national ranking for each crime. Carrboro is located just east of Chapel Hill and south of Durham. Carrboro offers a lot of different parks and restaurants for you to enjoy. If you like to shop fresh and local for your vegetables, Carrboro has a farmer's market. They are open on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon. Here are some reviews in why people love Carrboro. One thing you will see, a lot of people love the diversity. Carrboro may be small, but you'll find people from all over the world in Carrboro. Next up at number 4, we have Apex, North Carolina. Apex is located southeast of Raleigh. To get to Raleigh, it will take you around 20 minutes. Apex is another suburb of Raleigh, North Carolina, and was voted 3rd best place to raise a family in North Carolina. Niche.com gave Apex Apex an overall ranking of A+. Apex received an A for their public schools, B- in crime and safety, and A in housing. Apex has a population of around 55,200 people. Apex offers its residents a dense suburban feel to it, and most residents in Apex own their own home instead of renting. Apex came in third for best place to raise a family in North Carolina. Also came in third best for suburbs to raise a family in North Carolina, and fourth best suburb to live in North Carolina. The median household income is around $112,500 in Apex. The median home price came in at $564,900, which is 43% higher when compared to the whole entire Triangle MLS. The median rent in Apex is around $1,415. About 75% own their home, opposed to only 25% renting. Apex has some highly rated schools. Here are some of the top performing public and private schools in Apex. Here are some reviews on Apex. Most of them talk about the highly rated schools, many restaurants, and the nice downtown area. You have a huge man-made lake in Apex called Jordan Lake. There are several trails, and you can go fish by boat or bank fishing. If you enjoy camping, Jordan Lake offers that also. Now on to number 3. It's Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Niche.com gave Chapel Hill an overall ranking of an A+. Chapel Hill also got an A+ for their public schools, B- for crime and safety, an A for nightlife, and B- for housing in Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill also has a population close to 62,000 people. The median household income is a little over $75,000. The median home price in Chapel Hill is around $630,000. The median rent in Chapel Hill is around $1,220, and it's almost a 50% own and 50% rent. I think there will be more rentals in Chapel Hill due to it being a college town with the University of Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill ranked second for places with the best public schools in North Carolina and third for best suburbs to live in North Carolina. Here are the top performing public and private schools in Chapel Hill. Here are some of the reviews, with one review talking about the location being in the center of the state. You can be in the mountains or the beach in about 2.5 to 3 hours. Chapel Hill offers a lot of different things to do, from all the different restaurants and coffee shops downtown. If you're a sports fan, you can watch a UNC Chapel Hill basketball or football game. If you love being outdoors and exploring different gardens, Chapel Hill has the North Carolina Garden. The garden is over 1,000 acres that displays different gardens and natural areas. It is a must-see if you're in Chapel Hill. Continue on, the number 2 city is Cary, North Carolina. Cary is a suburb of Raleigh, North Carolina. Niche.com gave Cary an overall ranking of an A+. Cary also received an A in public schools and housing, and a B- in crime and safety. Cary has a population of around 169,000 people. It is only a 18-minute drive to Raleigh and a 15-minute drive to the Research Triangle Park. The median household income in Cary is around $107,500. The median home price in Cary is around $518,000, and the median rent is around $1,300. 70% owned to 30% rent in Cary, North Carolina. Cary also ranks second for best place to live in North Carolina and second for best place to raise a family in North Carolina. Cary has a very low crime rate. Here are some of the national rankings for the violent and property crimes in Cary. Cary has some great schools in the area. Here are the top performing public and private schools in Cary. Here are some reviews for Cary. Several reviews say how peaceful, the low crime, and the numerous greenway and parks within Cary. You had the American Tobacco Trail in Cary, which is a trail that spans over 22 miles that goes through Durham, Wake, and Chatham counties. If you're interested in Cary, I have a pros and cons video that goes over Cary, North Carolina in depth. I will link it in the description below. Now on to the number 1 place to live in the Triangle, and that is Morrisville, North Carolina. Morrisville is just east of Raleigh. It will take about a 20-minute drive into Raleigh and 10 minutes to drive to the Research Triangle Park. Morrisville got an overall ranking of an A+. Morrisville also received an A+ for public schools, a B for crime and safety, and an A for housing. Morrisville has a population of around 27,500 people. The median household income is around $100,500. The median home price in Morrisville is around $481,500, and the median rent is around $1,459. There's almost a 50-50 tie between how many people own and how many people rent in Morrisville. Morrisville ranked number 1 for best place to live in North Carolina and best place to raise a family. Here's the national rankings for for the violent and property crimes in Morrisville. They rank one of the best out of any area we have talked about today. Morrisville is also known to have some great schools. Here are some of the top performing public and private schools in Morrisville. People really enjoy how convenient Morrisville is to Raleigh, Durham, or Chapel Hill. Morrisville offers a lot of parks and greenways. One of the most popular parks to visit is Lake Crabtree County Park. Lake Crabtree offers fishing, walking trails, playgrounds for the kids, and so much more. Hope this video gave you some insights on the most popular cities and suburbs in the Raleigh and Triangle area. Which one is your favorite, or how would you rank them? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and to see more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button. I release new videos every Friday. If you have any questions or looking to buy, sell, or invest in the area, call or text me at 336-266-8976 or email me at nicholas.newcomer@exprealty.com. I hope you have seen some value in this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.